Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. You guys know that when it comes to Battlefield 2042, I have had nothing less than a love-hate relationship with this title. The love comes from a place of familiarity and passion, while the hatred comes from how bad the game still is after being out for nearly 2 years. The last time we covered 2042, I talked about Season 3, and in retrospect, it was a very good season, but Season 4, on the other hand, oh boy. Let's talk about 2042 Season 4 update and where I see Battlefield as a whole going. But before we do, I have a small favor to ask. We just hit 1,400 subs on the channel, which means we are 600 away from our goal of 2K subs. And by the end of the video, if you like what you've seen, then consider liking and subbing to the channel. I appreciate you all so much. Socials are linked below. Let's get into it. Season 4 for Battlefield 2042 was announced on February 24th and then released on February 28th. So I've given it some time to kind of marinate with me and just kind of feel out how the game is now. And given these guys wrote a damn novel going over reworks and updates, the game should be better than what it was in Season 3, right? Well, not quite. For the most part, Season 4 brings in a lot of damn content. They brought in a new recon operator called Camila Blasco, a new map called Flashpoint, a new vehicle called the CAV Brawler, a new gadget called the SPH Explosive Launcher, and 4 new weapons, those being the RM68 Sniper, the AC9 Compact SMG, the Super 500 Snub-Nose Shotgun, and the RPT-31 LMG. The class system was brought back, we got some map reworks, and there is more than a Webster's Dictionary list of tweaks, tune-ups, and patches. So with all of this content, I cannot help but think about how generic everything feels for this season. Multiple people have pointed out that Flashpoint feels as if it doesn't have an identity, and I'm inclined to agree with them. Seasons 1 through 3 all had maps that we could just point out to and be like, yeah, this map was from this season and this map was from that season. But with Flashpoint, give it like 2 more seasons and no one will know that Flashpoint was in Season 4. And while we are on the topic of Flashpoint, I just want to talk about the map design because I think this map is so beyond mid, it's unreal. Just like usual, the map shows teams on the far sides of the map, and just take a look at how empty this goddamn map looks on one side compared to the other. There's just no sense of balance at all in my opinion. In this corner you have rocks and small destroyable structures, while in the other corner you have thick ass buildings and areas for aerial cover. Not only is it horribly unbalanced, but it just seems like a mashup of different 2042 maps just thrown together. This is not to say that the map is horrible, and in comparison to the launch maps, this map is definitely a step forward. But like I said before, every single season has had a map that gave it an identity. This season does not. Stuff like this always concerns me, especially after hearing through the grapevine that DICE is working on another Battlefield game that's set to release in either late 2024 or in 2025. I don't have a lot of info on that other than a speculated timeline for the game, which is supposed to be anywhere between 2020 and 2030. So it's obvious that DICE wants to make a push back to more modern Battlefield settings, which is fantastic. I don't know why the hell they couldn't look at their 2 best-selling titles and figure out that modern combat is better than anything else they've done. I digress. There's also speculation that classes will disappear again in lieu of bringing specialists back. Now, I don't know if the creative directors at DICE were asleep for the past 2 damn years, but everyone and their mother absolutely hates the specialist system idea. It was a cute idea on paper, really damn cute, but once it was executed, I wanted to be executed for experiencing it. It took away the purpose of having specific roles given to you, like being a medic and reviving teammates, being a support and dropping ammo packs, being a mechanic and fixing up vehicles. I've also heard that this new Battlefield game is going to be made on a new engine. Don't know how true that is, but regardless, it's more fuel we can add to this damn fire. It just does not make sense to me why DICE even bothers anymore at this point. 2042 is just now getting to a place where it's enjoyable and doesn't have that many issues. Now they want to release a new Battlefield game but bring back one of the many things people despised about 2042. Where's the logic in that? That would be like you buying a car that you absolutely hated, and when you take it back to the dealership, they give you a new car that is more enjoyable while they fix your old one. Then when you go back to get the car that you originally had, they just give you back the same car but in a different color. And that's what this new Battlefield is going to be. The same shit as 2042 but in a different package. It's obvious that DICE is desperate for their Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 fan bases to come back to the franchise, and I can't say I blame them one bit. But when you make a game that's so bad it's insulting, then think that Portal is going to give the diehard fans like myself that nostalgic fix we've been craving, you're absolutely dreaming. Crash Games, shout out to him, made a very interesting point in his video to read off some launch quotes from websites websites like GameSpot and IGN about Battlefield games, and immediately hit me. This issue didn't just start with 2042 or Battlefield 5 or even Battlefield 1. This is a snowball effect of poor choices and failures on the QA side since Battlefield Hardline, a game that I love in many regards, which had the worst game launch within its generation of consoles, is inevitably what started this eventual downfall of the company. I can almost guarantee any amount of money I can get my hands on that if 2042 wasn't hyped as it was, got delayed another 6 to 8 months, and had massive private testing circuits, I truly believe that 2042 would have been one of the best Battlefields of the 2020s. DICE would have been in a much better position, and the possible demise of not only DICE but the Battlefield franchise as a whole wouldn't be talked about with so much uncertainty. And let me kind of condense everything down into a little bit of poetry. Lightning never strikes twice in the same place unless it has a reason, and may DICE be struck twice if they bring back anything that caused the downfall of 2042 to Battlefield 7. As 2042 keeps getting updated and we get closer to Battlefield 7, I'm going to keep my eyes on it all, so consider hitting that sub button, that like button, and chapter 11, that notification bell for more content like this. And as always, my name is Redbeard Mortis. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you guys in the next one, but until then, I am fucking out of here.